Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my little winter autumn essential videos. So I decided to film a couple of videos, a little series of videos throughout December that are autumn/winter essentials that I use or I enjoy. So this one obviously is going to be my tea collection because you know when it gets a bit colder there's nothing better than coming home to a cup of tea, and I am a bit of a tea Jenny and I have an overwhelming collection of tea, so I thought I would do a video on my tea collection. The reason why I've called it my autumn/winter essentials is because technically it is still autumn. Even though people think it's winter, it's not, it's technically still autumn. So I'm just being really pernickety in that sense. They are kind of Christmassy themed, the next couple of videos, but not focusing heavily on Christmas. That's why I didn't want to call them Christmas videos, because you know my tea collection, it's not, there might be some Christmas teas, yes, but it's not totally fixated in tea, so just bear that in mind. The next video I'm going to put up next week is a lot more Christmas influenced, but this one is definitely something you can enjoy in like October, you know, so bear that in mind. So without further ado, if you haven't already got yourself a cup of tea for this video, I highly suggest it because it's probably going to be a long one because I talk a lot. And why not get a cup of tea since I'm talking about tea? And we'll just jingle all the way. So I'm going to get this first box out of the way first because there's like so many teas in it and I have to remember all the blends and whatnot. So it's best to get this out of the way. As you can see, it still has cellophane on it, so I can't actually comment on if I like the teas, if I don't like the teas, if they're okay. But I got this box of tea, these are Christmas tea from TK Maxx, and it was $4.99. I don't know who the company's called or what the brand's called or what they're called or anything, but hopefully you can see it. But I can tell you, you get, I think it's 72, it's either 60 tea bags or 72, those two numbers stick in my head, but you get 4 different teas, so on the back. So we've got Silent Night, which is a blend of, let's see if I can remember this, peppermint, rose petals, and I can't remember the rest, but it's a green tea. It's got a blend of peppermint, rose petals, so it's quite a florally one, but because it's got peppermint in it, I am a sucker for peppermint tea, so that one's interesting. The next one I can remember, which is quite interesting to me, it's banana and pineapple tea. I don't know how that's Christmassy. When I think of banana and pineapple, I instantly think of like tropical and summer and cocktails, but it's in here anyway. I have never tried banana and pineapple tea, so I'm really looking forward to that. The other tea I think is just an English breakfast tea, but I think, now it's either the Silent Night one that might have blends of cinnamon in it, or the English breakfast has blends of cinnamon. I'm not too sure, but one of those two has blends of cinnamon. And then the last one is called Star Anise. Maybe that's the one that has blends in cinnamon. Yeah, I think that's the one that's got blends of cinnamon and orange. So you get a rough idea. I'm terrible at this because I can't see. And they all have different times, stewing times. So some of them steep for like 3 minutes, some of them are 5 minutes. I can't remember which is which, but I think most of them are 2 to 3 minutes, and then one of them is like 5 minutes. I think that might be the Silent Night one, but I'm not sure. So really looking forward to having these. I'm only filming this on the 2nd of December and I didn't want to drink any of these until December, so I might crack into these tonight or maybe tomorrow. I don't tend to drink tea on Friday night or Saturday night, so I might not have one tonight, but you can be rest assured I'll definitely have one tomorrow night. The next tea you've already seen, but I thought not to leave it out. I don't know if I'm holding it upright or not, but it's the tea I got from the Cairngorms. It is the Peach and Raspberry Brodie's Fruit Tea. As you can see with cellophane as well, I haven't tried this either. I just wanted to get all the new ones out of the way first, and then I will actually get onto the ones that I do drink on a regular basis and are open and I actually can make some sort of formed review and opinion on. So the next ones I'm going to show you, no particular order, they're all sprawled out in front of me, I'm just going to pick them up. So the first ones I have here are Earl Grey. I know there's a lot of people out there who either love Earl Grey or hate Earl Grey. I haven't found somebody who's like sits on the fence about it. Except for me, Earl Grey is one of these teas. This is English breakfast with, I think it's with a hint of bergamot or something like that. So to me it tastes like English breakfast tea with kind of fruity undertones. So if I'm craving an English breakfast tea but I want a sweet, something a bit sweet, like if I wanted a cake but I didn't want to eat a cake, I would always have my Earl Grey because it does have that sweetness to it, but it's your normal English breakfast tea. I know a lot of people don't like it because they say it tastes flowery. I don't think it tastes flowery, I think it tastes fruity. But I do like it, and this is quite a big box. I've had this for a while now. I actually got this from a family friend, so I can't tell you where you can get them, but I'm sure you can get them in your local store. Here are the tea bags here, they're just little round tea bags. I actually prefer round tea bags to square, they feel nicer to me. And they smell like your typical tea bags. I don't know how many it looks like I've hardly touched these, but because I have so much tea, it would appear that way. I don't know how many was in here to begin with, but the last time I counted it, I think I had about 40 tea bags, which is more than usual because your usual boxes of tea usually contain 20. This next tea is green tea. It's jasmine green tea. I try and drink as much green tea as I can, but I have a weird relationship with green tea. I like it, but my stomach doesn't like it. If I drink cold green tea, I tend to get a really upset stomach. Like I don't want to put anyone off, but I literally take a sip of it and I actually gag and I feel like I'm going to be sick. And I don't know why, because I like green tea, but for some reason my stomach doesn't. So I don't know if that's because with all of my tea, except English breakfast, I usually leave the tea bags in. But I've started taking the tea bags out of my green tea because I don't know if it's just too strong for my stomach, and that's why. No, I'm still like gagging. So I have a funny relationship with my jasmine green tea. I like it, but my stomach doesn't. So when I reach for it, I'm kind of like, I don't know. So it's a reasonable size box, it's just your square tea bags again, and as you can see I have quite a few in there, and I don't reach for these very often because of the reason I stated before, and obviously this is quite a bigger box as well, so there was more than 20 in here to begin with. Again, I got these from a family friend, and I don't know the brand or anything, but I'm hoping you can see. Now, some people are either Team Earl Grey or Team Twinings. I'm personally Team Twinings because I love my fruity tea. And for Earl Grey, I don't know if Earl Grey do fruit tea. If they do, please tell me, but the only teas I've seen they do are like English breakfast or like chamomile, which I don't really like. But Twinings, I have quite a lot of Twinings tea, and in this one, I don't know if it's upside down or not, is Twinings apple and pear tea. It's not my favourite fruit tea by Twinings, but it is quite nice. As you can see, I'm almost done. I've got like 2 tea bags in here. I bought these in Tesco like way back in July, so that gives you an idea. And this box was like just your bog standard 20 tea bags, and I got this back in July. So that gives you an idea of how slowly I go through tea. But like I said, it's not because I don't like it, it's because I have so much tea that I probably drink 1 tea bag from 1 box a week. So if I have 20 tea bags, that's going to last me quite a few months. But yeah, apple and pear, it's okay. It's not, if you had to pick one fruit tea from Twinings, I wouldn't recommend this one. Not that I don't like it, it's just there's better fruit tea by Twinings out there. Another fruit tea by Twinings. This is, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Saint Clement or Saint Clementines, something like that. Basically, it's orange tea. This tea is great. See if you're in like, I think this tea would be great in the summer. See if you wanted like an orange juice or something. This literally does taste like hot orange juice, except it's less sugary. With this tea, I do like this tea, but I have to be in a very, very certain mood for it. I can't just be like, I think I fancy some orange tea. No, it has to be like, I want orange tea. If it's not, I want orange tea, then I don't pick it up. I just picked these up recently, like a couple of weeks ago, so I think I've only used 3 or 4 bags, so there's like millions in here. This tea, guys, this tea, yes, it's a winner. As you may have seen, if you watched my last video, my favourites video, I am obsessed with peppermint tea right now. So when me and my mum were in the B&M store a couple of weeks ago, we both love peppermint tea and we picked up a box of peppermint tea. I don't know the brand of this peppermint tea, but I freaking love them, because what I love about them so much as well is all of the tea is individually like in little packets. I call this posh tea when it's like an individual packet and it has the little string on it and the little tag, so you can like sit the tag on the side and then kind of swish the tea bag around. I love that in tea, like I call that posh tea. So I just love how it's packaged and it has the string on it. It just makes me feel a little bit more luxurious with my tea. So yes, definitely. My mum and I both drink this, so this will go down faster. Because of that. I don't know how many tea bags were in here to begin with, but I think I've had about 3 and my mum's probably had about 2. There's quite a big handful, so we don't need to worry about running out of peppermint tea anytime soon. And if we do, it's not a big deal. It's not as if peppermint tea's gonna just disappear from the world, because if it did, then so would I. Okay, the next teas I have to show you, the ones I just showed you there are the ones I use on a regular basis. I do also have another tea, but I haven't been drinking it because for the life of me I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in the kitchen cupboard and I can't find it. So I haven't been drinking it because I can't find it. I couldn't even find it to show you it in this video. And it's such a good tea. It is, again, if you watched my Karen Gorms vlog, I talked about buying tea there. It is raspberry and blueberry tea, and it's by Tetley and it's called Super Boost. It's such a nice tea. It's very invigorating and refreshing, and again it's a little circle tea bags which I quite like. I wish I could show you guys, but I don't know where it is. I'm sure I'll find it. Once I maybe get rid of my apple and pear tea, I'll probably dig around and be able to find it. I mean, I'm sure if I said to my mum, "Mum, can you help me find this tea?" she would, but I'm trying to finish my apple and pear tea first before I ask her. Okay, so in this bag in front of me that you can't see, I have some kind of miscellaneous teas. So a long time ago, like a good few months ago, a family friend gave my mum a whole bunch of teas because they aren't really tea drinkers and the only tea they drink is like English breakfast. So she gave us a whole bunch of teas she won in a hamper. And I haven't tried the ones in this bag yet, or some of them I have, but they're teas that I'm not as fond of. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling and show you them. So the teas in this little doggy bag here, I have no idea what they are. One of my family friends, he loves these tea bags and they're his own personal stash, so he gave me a few because obviously my mum said that I'm a big fan of teas and I try every single tea. So he gave me a few and holy, the only way I can describe them is they smell very, very woody. So it's a lot softer feeling than they usually are. So I haven't tried any of these yet or used them just because I'm a bit intimidated by them, because as you can see it's just in a bag, there's no label or anything, and I'm only guessing that they're like some sort of herbal tea from the smell, and unless I'm really craving a herbal tea I'm not going to really go for these. So I haven't tried these yet and I'm a little bit intimidated too, but I might try them one day. One day. I've actually only got 3 or 4 of these teas left. I went through a phase where I would wake up every morning and I got it in my head that, and it is true, drinking green tea speeds up your metabolism, but obviously not enough to actually make a difference to your weight, but I thought it did. So I got in the habit of every morning I would get up and have a green tea because I thought it's great first thing in the morning to get your metabolism going. So I have quite a few of these left, and again they're like in little packets, and I actually really like these teas, and the only reason I stopped having them was just because they're up in my room and they're not reachable. If they were downstairs in the kitchen cupboard then I'd probably use them more. And they are lemon and ginger chai green tea. Now I know I said I have a funny relationship with green tea, and I do, but this one, because it's like lemon and ginger, it's like spicy green tea. It's really interesting and really nice, and I do like them. I've only got like 3 or 4 left, so yeah, I don't know the brand, but I really like these. Tea in here is just pure green tea. So you can imagine again my relationship with green tea. I'm a bit funny with it, but like I said, I was going through a phase where I would have a green tea every morning. So I have used quite a few of these, but I still have quite a few left. I don't know how many. Yeah, still at least a good 10 in there, as you can see. But they are pure green tea. I don't reach for these very often again because they're up in my room and it's green tea. Maybe I should. But yeah, if you just want straight green tea, then I have straight green tea. The last tea I have for you, I know, is in this kind of urn kind of type deal. I'm not very good at explaining this. It's basically like a kind of ceramic plastic metal jar, which I can only describe, looks like an urn you would put ashes in. I'm sorry if that offends anybody, but honest, that's what it looks like. And then inside it's like a little bag, oh if I can get it out, full of teas, and they are in the most oh my god, they're so cute. They're in like little nets instead of like, you know how your usual tea is in the kind of, it's hard to explain, that kind of net, that packaging, but you know you could easily rip it. Well, this one's in like a kind of silk net packaging. It feels like silk and it feels so luxurious, and there's like a little tag on it. Oh wow, and they smell very lavendery and lemony. I'm not the hugest fan of lavender, if you knew that. They smell like Earl Grey and steroids, actually. Now I don't actually know what kind of tea this is. I think it's by a company called William something. I'm not entirely sure. And I've asked my mum and dad to like read me it and tell me what the tea is, but it just says like English tea. So I'm assuming that means English breakfast. That's what I've always assumed. But smelling it, oh, it's really strong. It smells like Earl Grey and steroids, so maybe it's like a florally kind of Earl Grey type deal. I don't know, but again, I've never tried them because I've been intimidated by them because I don't know what they are. And I kind of like to know what I'm drinking before I drink it. That is all my tea. Well, no, it's not. I lie. Wait 2 minutes while I get my other tea. But I had to show you this. And you're probably wondering, why are you showing me your chip purse? Because I thought it was really cute and ironic to keep tea inside Chip. Because Chip is a teacup. So what do you put in a teacup? Tea! I just thought it was really cute. So inside Chip here I just have a whole bunch of little individual teas. As you guys may or may not know, I am a member of a forum called Haggai, which is a forum for young and partially sighted, sorry. young, partially sighted and blind people in Scotland, and we have a lot of meetings, and we have a lot of meetings in hotels, and I am growing the reputation of the tea thief. As you couldn't guess from this video already, I'm quite the tea collector, and I can't not, if there's 3 little individual teas, then I can't not go up and pick up at least like 5. So in there, it's all Twinings, well, apart from Earl Grey. I just have little individual teas. There's pure peppermint, so I always have spare peppermint in case I need it, like emergency peppermint. Chamomile, which I'd say I don't like chamomile, but I've never tried it. I just don't like the sound of it, so I can't say I don't like it when I've never tried it. Pure peppermint, chamomile, Earl Grey, English breakfast, raspberry and cranberry, which I've had before. They're all Twinings except from the Earl Grey. And then I had another meeting with Haggai last weekend and I picked up some more. I picked up a huge lot of pure peppermint, didn't touch the chamomile this time. And I think they also had strawberry and mango, which I've had before from Twinings, which was the first Twinings fruit tea I tried, and that's what got me into fruit tea. And I think the other one was blueberry and something, but I can't remember. So I've tried to cram as much of them in here as possible, but I actually have more because I can't have enough tea. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was nice and cosy, and I hope if you don't have a cup of tea now that this video has made you want a cup of tea. I can only apologise for the lighting. I'm using my bedroom light. I live in Scotland and it's coming up to the shortest day of the year, and I'm filming and it's like 3:15 and it's almost pitch black outside. So my window of light is very, very limited. Like, there's only like enough light between 1 and 2 and then that's it. And I was out for lunch, so I never had time. So I have to apologise about that. And I also have to apologise about my last video being late, but if you watch my Kieran Gorms haul video, then I explain why my videos might be a bit late sometimes. I'm not going to bore you to death because this video is long enough. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day. It's the 2nd of December. I hope you guys have opened your advent calendars and are having an amazing December so far. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye!